Molly, let's welcome in Republican Congressman Mike Rulli of the great state of Ohio. Congressman, Happy New Year. Welcome.
Happy New Year.
What are your expectations when the Minnesota fraud scandal comes to Capitol Hill next week with congressional hearings in the House Oversight Committee?
Well, Mike, I think Chairman Comer is really going to get his arms around this. At the beginning of the segment, you heard a Minnesota state rep blame Trump. I want her to think about something and all the Democrats in Minnesota. How about the Minnesotan who is working every day, the working man and woman that make that wonderful state what they are? And they go to work at 7 in the morning and they work till 6 or 7 at night. And they're the silent majority. And all they do is work and pay taxes. And you took $9 to $18 billion of their money and you were not good shepherds and you threw it away to fraud. Shame on every one of you. Quit blaming Trump and get a good mayor and look at yourself, because you are a disgrace to Minnesota.
Considering the numbers, $9 to $18 billion, do more people need to go to jail for this scandal?
Absolutely. And I love the idea that we cut federal funding. I don't think they should get one penny of federal funding till this investigation is completely over. We need to look at every single aspect of Minnesota and see why this keeps happening. Originally the governor said it was $1 billion. Now we could be upwards of $18 billion. And that governor spent the last year traveling around talking Republicans when really he left the barn door wide open to fraud in Minnesota. He really should consider stepping down probably today.
Okay, we're coming up on the 1 year mark of President Trump's illegal immigration crackdown. Now some of your colleagues, Democrats, are proposing legislation that would prevent local authorities from working with ICE. They are Pramila Jayapal, Mike Quigley, and Sarah McBride. What's your reaction to that?
Well, that is their fringe exotics, and those are really extraordinarily out of the box kind of left wing communist type of people. I would imagine the normal part of the Democratic Party understands it's an 80-20 issue. It was the number one foundation of President Trump's administration. We stopped the border. We are worried about borders, language, and culture in America. And we don't care where you come from. Just come here legally. Everybody loves that we shut down this border. Let them try to run on this. They'll lose again.
There's some back and forth between Washington and Sacramento over California suspending driver's license to illegals in this country driving trucks. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy saying Gavin Newsom is lying. The deadline to revoke illegally issued unvetted foreign trucker licenses is still January 5. California does not have an extension to keep breaking the law and putting Americans at risk on the roads. Miss the deadline, Gavin, and the U.S. DOT will act, including cutting nearly $160 million in federal funding. What do you make of this back and forth? And should these illegals be taken off the road driving big trucks?
The illegals need to be taken off the road immediately. Anyone that is familiar with the CDL license, I spent a lot of my years on the docks of my family's business. And when you talk about truck drivers operating 40, 50,000 pound vehicles going down the road, 60, 70 miles an hour, that could be a dangerous weapon. You need the best Americans operating that, people that can speak English, people that can understand the signs, people that understand the weather conditions. We are talking about people's lives. We could bring dozens of victims that have been killed by illegal people that should have never had a CDL. And Governor Newsom better realize something. I hope this cost him the presidency. He will never see the presidency if he thinks it's okay for illegal aliens to get a CDL license and kill our people on the streets. It's embarrassing that anyone could think like that.
Congressman Mike Rulli, look forward to seeing you here on Capitol Hill soon. Have a wonderful day.
Happy New Year, Mike.